So he called the club. The club called our management. The management told me Francis Ford Coppola wants to meet you, and I'm going, who's that?
That's wild.
And they didn't tell me. I didn't say who's that. I just said okay, and I thought it was some small time little guy who's making a movie, and I'm going to go meet with him.
Well, that was the movie that made him big, really.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
So then I went and met with him, and I thought, God, this guy looks like Brutus from Popeye.
Right.
I thought perfect Brutus.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to me, and I'm still thinking he's a little small time and everything. And he goes, well, do you think you can sound like Hendrix and make something up?
You're like, well.
And I said, yeah. I said, really cockily, I said, that's no problem.
Nice.
Like
you got
that.
the right guy.
And then, and he goes, well, it pays double scale. Do you want it? And I said, yeah. Like that.
Yes,
and that
I
was
do.
basically all that. And he goes, okay, we were in a hamburger restaurant. You want a hamburger? And that was a done deal. And then next thing I know, I'm recording it. But before I recorded, I went back home and I said, who's this Francis Ford Coppola? And somebody said, The Godfather.
Yeah.
I said, the movie The Godfather? He goes, yeah, he's the director of The Godfather. I went, you're me. Really? God, I'm glad I didn't know that.
Right.